From the serial component screen, you can click Add Subscription. Alternatively, on the resource record, as long as you've added a component, there'll be an Add Serial Subscription option here as well. When adding subscription information, you can include the supplier. Just type the first few letters of the supplier and a drop-down list of options will be available for you to choose from. You can also add a new supplier as you go. This will help for claiming later on. Reference is where you can enter your custom number, which is often provided by suppliers to help you with any queries you may have from them. Leave the receiving branch as library, the acquisition method as subscription, and make sure current is ticked. The start date should match the first issue you plan to receive. In our component we said the 1st of January, so we're going to click our calendar and choose the 1st of January here as well. The stop date is when the subscription is due for renewal. If you enter a stop date on the serial's home screen, you receive a notification when it's due for renewal in the next 30 days. If you leave the stop date empty, the issues will be predicted forever until you tell it to stop predicting them. In this example, I'm going to leave the stop date empty. In the description field, it defaults to being the year of the start date. In this case, I'm just going to say library. The notes field allows you to enter any other information about a subscription, such as an order number, any notes from the supplier, any discounts you may have received. You can also use it to record any communication you may have with the provider at any stage. One of the options when you're receiving issues of magazines is to alert users when new issues arrive. If you'd like to let them know as soon as the issue arrives, you can tick Instant Alert. If Instant Alert isn't ticked, it will do it on the frequency as specified against their borrower record. Typically this is either daily, weekly, monthly or yearly. Remember, if you'd like to receive notification the moment you receive it, which will be via email, make sure you tick Instant Alert. The next process allows us to define what information will be displayed or created anytime you receive an issue. This is essentially creating copy records. So first of all, enter how many copies of each issue you'll be receiving. This is typically 1. The arrival method for hard copy things is post. If you're going to be assigning and attaching school barcodes to your magazines, tick Scan Barcodes. If you leave Scan Barcodes unticked, Oliver will create a system-generated barcode for each issue. However, for circulation and stocktake purposes, it's recommended you tick Scan Barcodes. If you'd like a message to appear every time you receive an issue, type something in the alert message field. This means during the check-in process, when you're receiving issues, a message will pop up every time. For today, I'm going to leave that empty. The next step is to define what information will appear against each copy that you receive. So we're going to say the branch is library. The resource loan category, I might say, is perhaps not for loan or maybe teacher reference. Which collection they'll be assigned to, so perhaps that's teacher reference, maybe magazines. The classification that will be assigned, and the cost. The cost is cost per issue, not the cost of the entire subscription. Let's say this is $12 an issue. Once you've entered that information, on the right-hand side of the screen, click Add. The information you just entered is displayed in the existing assignments area. If you make a mistake, you can highlight the entry and make changes at the bottom of the screen. Late processing is the next area, and late processing allows you to set up some parameters or settings which allow you to receive notifications or a list of issues that haven't arrived yet. I'd suggest that you untick Use Supplier File Settings and tick Enable. You only tick Enable if you'd like to be able to report on issues that haven't arrived yet. The lead time is how many days after the expected date do you usually expect it to arrive. We've said that each issue arrives on the 1st of the month. Given that this is a UK publication, it might take a few days to get here, so I might say the lead time is 7, which is 7 days. The grace period, we might say another 7 days, so that's up to the 14th of the month before actually expecting it. And the claim schedule, we might say 0, 0 on the first line, 7, which means on the 14th it's going to claim it, and then it'll claim it again 7 days later, and then 7 days after that. Once you enter that information, click Save at the top of the screen. If you'd like to add people to the notification list, people who'd like to know when this each issue arrives, click the List link next to Email Notification. This allows you to then select which borrowers are going to be told when a new issue arrives. So type in the first few letters of the borrower's name, first name or last name, select them from a list, and they're added to the list. Then click Save. By adding them to the email notification list, they'll either receive a notification instantly as soon as the issue has arrived, or at the frequency as specified in their borrower record.